All right, guys, this is a short video today because there's nothing happening in Warpath right now. We are signed up, as many of you probably are, for the Theater of Conquest for San Francisco. I have a lot to announce today, so stay tuned. I hope you'll find a lot of this cool and very interesting. But first, let's talk about what United Power is doing on Server 26. We have basically done a hard purge of any player that has had an average fighting machine score less than 17.5 million points. 17.5 is a magic number. Basically, that is the 25k kill mission. If you were to get 25k of the lowest grade modern unit kills, that comes out to 17.5 million fighting machine points. We track fighting machine scores across every single conquest event. We compute the average, and we can even project the minimum score that a player would need in future conquests to see if they could hit the minimum. And so we can kind of use that as a filter for the team. So we decided this go around because we're tired of losing. Every time we go to gold 1, we lose. Every time we go down to gold 2, we dominate and win. We decided we're going to go back to gold 2 for now, focus down on the team, and going forward, we are going to effectively maintain hard requirements and be pretty strict because we're tired of losing in gold 1. So that's what's going on with United Power. We're about 15.9 billion, 62 players going into the event. We did have one thing I want to announce, which is we had the R5 of BLR, Alex Brahm, who I've kept in touch with for a long time, has come and migrated and joined us as a co-leader of the Alliance. And he is going to help lead the Alliance along with the other 4 leaders, BDX, Reaper, Snuggly's Demon Wraith, and LXRDO. So we have a pretty solid leadership team, and we have a pretty solid roster going into Gold 2. We currently are getting about 1 to 5 migrants per Theater of Conquest, so we still are growing. It's just slow and gradual. And unfortunately, about 50 to 65% of players either lie or mislead us in their activity or the effort that they're going to put forth. And some migrants don't work out, so it is a slow process of growing, but our core strength of our team does continue to gradually grow, and we are still in pretty good shape. So no issues there at all. So that's what's going on with United Power. I'll take a quick jump over to Server 26 in general. Our Chinese alliance, I had saw a message, I don't know if this is true still today, but that they were planning on going to the legendary battlefield for the first time. They've been playing consistently gold 1 and performing very well. They're currently at 36 billion, 129 players. Looks like they've purged a lot from their team. Either that or they're off in builder alliances right now, I'm not sure. But if you are interested in a high performing team that potentially may go to legendary one day, definitely get in touch with the Chinese Alliance on Server 26, because anything that's good for them is good for us, and anything that is good for us is good for them and the holistic growth of the server. We have migrated, I think, close to 100 different players into Server 26 over the past 6 months, so it's not necessarily a bad designation. So anyway, so that's what's going on with Server 26. So the more exciting things I want to talk about today are, number one, we are currently at 4.3 thousand subscribers. Basically, 3.3 thousand of you guys have come primarily from Warpath. I had 1,000 previously because we did Yu-Gi-Oh content, me and my wife, prior to switching over to doing Warpath content. But we are growing. We're getting to that 5K mark. When we get to the 5K mark, we might do something cool, which we'll come up with what that is. But the second thing I want to talk about is I am actually going to start live streaming, probably starting once a week. I've done a poll on my Discord channel, and most people seem to prefer that I live stream on YouTube, which is where all of you guys are primarily watching my content. And I'm going to probably do that, I think, once a week, probably on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I've got to figure out a schedule and a consistent time. The reason I haven't live streamed up to this point is I live in a location where I don't have a lot of options for internet. And I didn't think my internet was actually going to be good enough for live streaming. But I recently did some testing on both YouTube as well as Twitch, and I found that my internet is actually just fine for live streaming. The quality is pretty good. It's pretty stable. I've had no issues. I've done a couple live streams on Twitch so far. I've tested YouTube, and everything seems to be okay. So the reason I think that's really cool is, one, I really do enjoy socializing with people in the game. The challenge is I don't have time to respond to everybody that private messages me in the game. I get so many private messages in the game that they just go down to the bottom list. It's very overwhelming. And I also do get toxic people as well, that if I don't respond to them, they get kind of toxic or upset. And I'm just not going to get into that. So I figured live streaming would be a really great way to actually have a direct connection with you guys. We can hang out. This would be a good opportunity where a lot of you that have questions about how the game works, or you want advice about your officers and units, the live stream is probably a great place for some of that to happen. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then the third thing I want to announce is I did kind of put this on the YouTube community post section, but if you haven't seen it, I have actually set up YouTube memberships. They are paid. I think the cheapest is like $1.99 a month or something like that. And then there's a $4.99 option. I think I really only have 2 set up right now, but kind of the goal for that is if you want to help support the channel, that's a great way to do that. Super chats and things like that and live streaming are also a great way to do that. But kind of the idea with the memberships would be a way for you to kind of stand out in the community. I think you get some special like emoticons or badges and stuff for being a member. And then the longer you're a member, you get different kind of advancements of that. And also the second tier I set up, I will basically be prioritizing those members in terms of replying to your comments on my videos, and members and people that do super chats will definitely get priority for getting shout outs and for me communicating with them during the live streams, because I think that's important that I'm sharing my time with that. But if you are actually directly supporting the channel, especially monetarily, then you're going to get priority over people that are not supporting the channel monetarily. But I still plan on socializing pretty much as many as I can on the live streams anyway, because that's just something that I want to get out of it at the end of the day. So I think that's pretty cool. The last thing that I want to announce is I am actually going to be streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube. Now for Twitch, I don't think I'm going to be streaming Warpath. I think ultimately it's going to boil down to the platform. So if you guys prefer YouTube for Warpath live streaming, I will stream that content there. That's where all of you guys are currently. That's fine. But if we find that Twitch is the better platform, which it's for streaming, it's much easier in my opinion. But I'll probably keep Warpath content on YouTube. Twitch, I think what I'm going to do with that is actually try to expand my YouTube channel beyond just Warpath. And so there's a couple things I want to ask everybody. If you like my Warpath content and you like me, I get positive feedback all the time. Just don't dislike the new content. Give it a like and a thumbs up. Drop a comment on any other type of content I do anyway, just to help the channel grow. Because I want to expand outside of Warpath, because all games eventually, they reach their peak and then there's kind of that downhill slope before they die out. Warpath probably has a good 5 to 10 years left, but definitely want to expand beyond just Warpath. And I want to basically build a pretty decent sized community. And if I can grow the channel and the community big enough, then there are even other things that we can do beyond live streaming, beyond memberships, beyond Warpath even. There's other cool, it just opens up the door for all kinds of stuff. So I think what Twitch is going to be is I do currently play Battlefield 2042 quite a bit. Pretty decent at that. Been playing several of the classes lately. Like been getting really good at recon. So much so I think it's kind of annoying how good I've gotten to some extent. I've got some really nasty clips of just counting heads, which is crazy. Other games, there's one that I did some content for called Broken Arrow, which is an RTS strategy game. It's actually in a lot of ways similar to Warpath. Currently the beta, it was an open beta, it's closed now. So when that game releases though, I'm going to be doing probably just a ton of content for that. It was really awesome. It was very similar to like Call to Arms or what was the other game? I forget the name of it, but Call to Arms, if you look it up on Steam, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to use Twitch as a platform to kind of potentially grow beyond just YouTube, but also it'll give me an avenue for some of the other games I play where I maybe the Twitch content will be ported over to YouTube in some form or fashion. So I might live stream there and then maybe have the recordings or something on YouTube. So anyway, but going to be incorporating live streaming in general into the content probably once a week at least for Warpath. May live stream multiple times during the week. That'll be on Twitch. It's just easy to sit down, hit live stream and go, and you guys can join there. You guys can chat there. We can build that up. So we're going to be doing both YouTube and Twitch. So anyways, that is what I had for you guys today. I would show it, but I don't want to get up because I'm lazy. But Lilith did actually send me some swag, a whole box of it. They did actually give me a second Warpath hat. I'm on the fence on whether I'm going to give that away or keep it in case this one tears or gets absolutely filthy or whatever. So I have a backup, I guess. But I do have some swag that we'll probably do some giveaways for. One thing I did during Christmas, which I thought was pretty cool, was my R4 team. I did actually send them Visa gift cards as well as some Warpath swag as Christmas kind of New Year's gifts. So that was pretty cool. So some of that similar swag that I gave to them, I will be doing a giveaway on the channel. And that giveaway may actually occur during a live stream. We'll see. I got to plan all that and figure that out. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about the prospects of the live streams, platform you prefer, how you'd like to support the channel more, and also if there's other types of content you'd like to see, whatever it may be, definitely drop a comment in the video below, and hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend.